test. Thanks Alexi for checking in. Ad break. Thanks GNTTNT for checking in. Thanks 09_HHHH for checking in. Thanks LOOPLOON for checking in. Thanks Vampire Lord 105 for checking in.
Hello, chat. How's it going?
Thanks Evil_series for checking in.
Hi, Vilceris. Hi, Vampire Lord. Hi, Loopy Loon. Hi, HHHH. Hi, GNTTNT. Hi,
Thank
Alexi.
you Krasa_Daza for the follow. Welcome to the basement.
Oh, thanks
You
for the
can never
follow,
leave.
Krasa Daza.
Thank you Kirabari for the follow. Welcome to the basement. You can never leave.
Thanks for the hi, Kiroberry.
Thanks Dungeon_Explorer
Thanks
for
for the
checking
follow.
in.
Hi,
Fairy Bread Jolly Winks said, praise
Dungeon
be pickle.
Explorer. Alright. How's it going, guys?
Ron, have you ever played or heard of the game Horsey Game?
No. No idea what that is.
Thanks Semi694000 for checking in. Ads over.
Is your throat sore? No.
Thanks for the lurk GNTTNT.
Oh, damn it. My thing is like on the side.
Thanks
Why is it
Kirabari
that?
for checking in.
Why is it doing that? Give me 1 sec.
Alexi said, is your throat sore?
No. At
Thanks
least I don't think it
Kane
is.
for checking in.
Hi, Kane.
Thanks Sprigatito_lover for checking in.
Hi, Sprigatito.
Thanks Frozen Nutmeg for checking in.
Hi, Frozen
Boop,
Nutmeg.
boop, boop.
Okay.
I have returned and am ready to roll dice.
I have this. This is the map. Yeah.
Alexi said, it's not sore, huh? Well, it better be now.
Ow. What do you mean?
Alexi redeemed girl voice for
Oh,
5
you-
minutes.
Ah.
Thanks Datpers0 and we
Fine.
for checking in. Ron, I cleaned that collection of magic swords for you. Why do they keep whispering evil things to me? Evil_series said, Horsey Game is a game where you breed horses with anything including inanimate objects to create the super hunts.
What the? Horsey Game. Horsey Game.
Day 1 of asking for a dementia witch. 6.
I think I've seen
On the
a
plus
post
side,
of this.
you can
but
use this voice to do your best impression of Gunwitch.
That is true, but
Thanks Fruitizard for checking in.
we already have this.
The best way I can describe Horsey game is it a horse racing game where you find and breed horse together to make the fastest one to get a cure for you.
Yeah. Alright,
Which said, J.
yeah, we can do that. Alright.
Frozen Nutmeg said, I'm better. I'm more powerful. I'm the original. I am God. Growl.
Alright, I'm not gonna start yet. Give me 1 sec.
Tank said, I don't like how you used my voice without permission in one of your shorts.
Womp
What do you
womp.
mean? This is a TikTok voice. It's not even your voice. TikTok owned the rights for your voice.
I hope a bunch of your American fans don't miss out because you said Tuesday, but it's still Monday here.
That is true. I did say, they should know. Alright, I'm not gonna do the
Frozen
NBA
Nutmeg
first.
said, how do you do that different TTS?
It's one of the commands for D&D. It's this. Alright. Do we do D&D now or do we do it
The
a
potion
bit
bottle
later?
said, hamburger.
Borg. Do we do it a bit later?
Worm said, Tonk.
Cause I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do D&D for like too long.
D&D please. It's been so long.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like for an hour.
Tank said, I am now a Tony.
Realistically, unless you rush to the end, you're not even
The
gonna.
potion bottle said, mind if I speak my
I'm gonna reach
language
that.
here?
No. Mind if I speak my language here? Sure. Alright, do we go for D&D first? If we're going for D&D, like, it's gonna be in like a couple minutes.
Worm said, why does my voice sound so muffled?
I
The
don't
potion
know.
bottle said, Sassafee Saskir Sweefweef HRT IOHUTDWWYHNKYRDS.
Oh,
I
what
crave
the
the
hell does that
dice.
mean? That's kind of comprehensible.
I don't mind waiting for D&D. I have some chores to do now, so my interaction will be limited for a bit.
Yeah, I kind of want to do some sketches first, honestly. So I can wake up a little bit.
Tank
I woke
said,
up like
let's play some horsey game.
I'm still very sleepy. Alright. I'll sketch for a bit. I'll update the title. Sketch, then D&D Stram. Alright, let's do this first. Has it been 5 minutes? It's been 4 minutes. I'll do it in a bit.
Sprigatito_lover said, use speech to text to make it appear.
What?
Alexi said, it about being a character, just remember to station full elf.
What?
75.
Tank said, where is Omni-Man? Where is he?
Frozen
Bruh.
Nutmeg said, gibberish. Seriously,
5
it
minutes, right?
sounds so
Alright, it's
funny.
been 5
Everyone should do
minutes.
this often.
Bruh. Alright. And I'm just gonna draw for like a bit and until like I wake up completely.
He went to where the animation budget went.
Yes.
Pickle and Bulb said,
We're
"Hey
unfortunate.
Daddy, lost bit busy RN, but it is important you know that Hexy put your phone up her. Never mind.
What?
Squish, 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 squish."
Bruh.
Alexi said, "No way, I can't pronounce SPHD."
Tank said, Mark, we can be bees.
Alright. Right.
Do you know what was causing the power issues in at your place?
No.
Lucifer underscore M0
It just
Star
happened.
said, "I took out my anger on one of my dragon boots. I can't stop cracking up
I think
without
it's
looking
like,
at him now. He's bald."
It's like a problem with the I don't know. It's probably like an infrastructure problem. Or maybe
Fairy
not.
Fairy
Maybe,
Brett Jolly Winks
maybe
said,
just fucked up.
"I'm Spartacus."
but like backups aren't uncommon.
Bless you.
Thanks. Oh yeah, I forgot.
The potion bottle said, I don't give a shit about Viltrum.
Bro.
Frozen Schnutmeg said, "I won't stop until everything you know is dead."
What?
Pickle and Bulb said, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Sea salt, I need you, sea salt."
Bro. Stop.
Thanks Keegan
Stop
Morgan
the-
for checking in.
Stop the freaking
Tank said,
invincible
Mark,
brain rot.
I made a steak.
What the fuck, bro?
Pickle
Bro,
and Bulb
stop.
said, "Ron be like, you shouldn't have left me in charge, chat. I'm not a freak. You're the goon queen."
Okay, bro.
Thanks Spamton underscore G underscore
I think I
Spamton
have
one
the
taste
thing.
like Romer for checking in.
Alright.
Worm
Why
said, we could be bees, Mark.
Let's save the one that
Who
I
would win,
don't like.
Homelander or Omni-Man? FYI, Omni-Man is born to fight. He survived the death match with his own kind. Homelander, he was born with his STR.
Who would win?
The potion bottle said, this is good news.
Homelander, Omni-Man? It's Omni-Man.
R.I.P. my goat re-explode.
Bro, doesn't even...
Keegan
What the hell
Morgan
does-
said, "Sorry I'm late. I thought this was tomorrow."
It's today.
Coughing Baby versus Black Hole.
Yeah. Actually, let me change the music first, since we're not doing the
Pickle and
India.
Bulb said, "We can be bees. This is good news. Are you sure?"
Actually, let me edit the title on YouTube too. Alright. Let's just then this drum.
Tank said,
Alright.
protein tubes with the white sauce.
Bro. What?
Protein tubes with the white sauce.
Bro. What the hell is this invincible brain rot? Which one do you
Alexi
want?
said, "Bye bye Roni, see ya."
Alright, see ya, Alexi. What's happening with the monitor? Alright. We'll do D&D in like an hour. Oh.
Worm said, I tried to take over, which again?
Ron, should I bring out Ultra Mega Goku, wielder
Sure.
of the power cosmic and ultimate lord of power scaling, to defeat the invincible multiverse?
Sure. Why not?
Frozen Schnutmeg said, "Why do you people torture me? I didn't ask to be created. I just wanted to fulfill my purpose. Wait."
Bro, what
Tank
are you
said, Earth is not yours to conquer.
So the
Okay.
plan is 1 hour of drawing and 1 hour of D&D, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, something like that.
Brianniverse underscore gaming said, "May the 4th be with you." Evil
Oh.
underscore series said, Would you rather have $2 or $1?
$2.
Pickle and Bulb said, "This is good news. Are you sure we're his boss, baby?"
Worm said, I take over, witch.
Bro.
Pickle and Bulb said, "Stand ready for my worm bee. Are you sure?"
Bro.
Would you rather have $100 in pennies or $20 bill?
Would I rather have $100 in pennies or $20 bill? You can exchange the pennies.
Ultra Mega
for-
Goku thought about beating Thrag, and every Viltrumite in the multiverse either surrendered or died.
And just
Tank said, where is Omni-Man? Where
go
is
to a
he?
bank or whatever.
Thanks Slady Bleababe for checking in.
Nice lady.
Thanks for the lurk Slady Bleababe.
I'd say a lady.
Roni, are you done staying inside?
Are you done staying
The
inside?
potion bottle
No.
said, pretty sure, throw a trash bag.
Also, how are we doing, fellas?
Worm said, I take over sleeping Goku and use a Kamehameha.
Frozen Shnutmeg said, "It's almost like you were trying to where's ronillust?"
Tank said, Mark, your mom is more like a pet to me.
Bro. What are you
Worm said, nah, I win.
Okay.
Roni, do
Worm-
you check the community tab often?
Worm does nothing. Do I check it often? Not really.
The potion bottle said, I cancel worm using Kamehameha.
That's not normal Goku. It is Ultra Mega Goku. You cannot take over his mind. Also, he just teamed up with Shaggy.
Also, Goku has like
Worm instantly loses because Paul from Invincible was right next to the worm.
yeah, but like Goku can
Which said, I cancel
Resist
Tank
mind
and Worm
control.
with social media.
good. Easy.
Frozen Kshnutmeg said, "Welcome to the basement. You can never leave."
Yeah.
I posted a perspective drawing. But I don't know why I feel is not good. Could you check it later?
Maybe.
Sprigatito_lover said, Omni-Man is the pet to his wife.
Sure.
Thank you Lady Bleababe for resubscribing to the Twitch channel tier 1.
Oh.
You are very cool.
Thank you for the
Cassie 164
11
Rust.
months, Slady.
Tank said, I'm a strawberry.
Thank you for the 11 months,
Which said,
Slady.
I.
One second. Frick.
Frozen Kshnutmeg said,
Ah, yeah.
drown in your sorrows and fears.
Alright.
The potion bottle said, I am a bottle.
Cool. She the cat.
Ultra Mega Goku is like normal Goku multiplied by Shaggy and Chuck Norris. At.
Tank said, I get a boombox to play Rushy.
Who would win?
Frozen Kshnutmeg said, choke on your blood and your tears.
Who would win? Goku with heart disease or the heart virus?
The
or-
potion bottle said, why is this active?
What is what? Why is Y active? What? Why is what active? Who would win? Goku with heart virus or Homelander?
Frozen Kshanuk Meg said, bleed till you're all out years.
Cool.
Worm said, Goku with heart virus something can beat nothing.
Sea
Alright,
salt, I need
who
you,
would
sea
win?
salt, sea salt.
Who would win?
The heart virus would win.
Who would win?
Evil_series said, would you rather get an unbreakable rock, never-ending paper or very sharp scissors?
Unbreakable rock, never-ending scissors, or paper or very sharp scissors.
Keegan Morgan said, I'm hearing lyrics top seller from Epic the Musical.
Well, you can sell the paper because like
Would
it's
Goku
never
beat
ending.
Gojo? I feel
You can
like his
always
entire
have
kit
more
wouldn't
paper.
lend due to Limitless, and he doesn't have a counter to the domain expansion.
Can Goku beat Gojo?
I see
yes.
it, I've been searching for home. I've reached it, my wife and Saw are past these shores.
Goku like punch through like an infinite void. Well, like shook like an infinite void, which is like infinite.
Chuck Norris would win.
It would probably like punch through infinity. I'm not gonna lie.
Tank said, I'm Goku now.
There I see at the island I've been searching for home. I've reached it. My wife and son are past the shores.
Okay.
Frozen Kshanutmeg said, how does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain?
Okay. Okay.
Invincible wobble-headed are more normal than what we have now.
Which said, what the tank doing?
What the tank doing? It tank things. He's tanking.
Evil_series said, Goku beats Gojo if Goku can punch the space out of a dimension.
Yeah.
Sprigatito_lover said, yes, thank you, I was waiting for someone to do a reference to 600 Strike. I mean, Goku flew across Otherworld and Otherworld is said to be infinite. But that was in a Z movie and Z movies are not canon.
Yeah.
Keegan Morgan said, can we get the whole musical in the background, Roni? Please.
Alright, sure.
How does it feel to live in the only world in the multiverse where Miku isn't a real person?
She is though.
Frozen Kshanutmeg said, have you seen Weak Eruptions? They're so funny but very scary too.
No. I don't know what that is. Here you go. Epic the Musical.
Tank said, which I'm a strawberry, I'm a strawberry. Strawberry, strawberry.
Alright. We don't want to slay. I don't know what I'm doing this. I'm not gonna post the shorts about her. I just want to draw her again. I don't know
Which
why.
said, I eat tank because it's a strawberry.
Evil_series said, can you make the entire stream 1% greener? I think it would be funny if we have a 1% greener overlay over everything.
Tank said,
I'm pretty sure
I'm
I can
toast,
make it so
toast,
that
toast,
that can
toast.
be like its own thing. I don't know if I
If
want to
Miku
though.
was a real person, Why then is the economy bad? We live on the only planet where Miku didn't fix the economy.
Yeah, but
If
that's
everything
because
you draw has to be a short, you end up draining yourself. Have fun drawing the things you want because you want to draw them.
I mean I know that, but you know.
Keegan Morgan said, I can't hear Epic the musical.
Because it's only on Twitch.
Can we have just a tiny picture of Immortal because he's looking for Omni-Man cause where is he?
Okay, bro. Bro, what? Why is like invincible brain rot like this? It's just referencing the lines, bro. At least JJK brain rot is like fairly clever. Bro.
Because we can be bees, Ron.
Bro.
Lenahe Marbles Monster Sam 6070 said, an adjective is a word that describes a noun, like a warm and salty pretzel or a funny silly clown. It helps you say a slide is twisty or a pancake's thick and round.
Alright.
If you had to live with one flavor of brain rot for the rest of your life without reprieve, which one would you choose if you had to and see it through? Bryson Jerkane redeems song request. In the Dark of the Night, Anastasia, metal cover by Jonathan Young.
What's a good...
Did you know the immortal man from the animated show Invincible cannot die nor doesn't age, almost like he is immortal?
What? I didn't know that.
Evil_series said, I'm pretty sure Miku, Sonic and Godzilla have been on so many collabs it's not uncommon to see them together.
Okay, the reason Miku didn't fix the
Did I just
economy
hear
here,
salt? Sea salt, I need you, sea salt.
So because she's currently like
Frozen
contained
Schnutmeg said,
by
they purposely
the
glitch
government.
the game of their choice. It gets really messed up over time. Sometimes makes it louder, makes the music faster, or even distorts everything all at once. Mark, I made us a steak.
Bro.
Lenahe Marbles
Why?
Monster Sam 6070 said, test underscore.
That's...
So we live in the world with the weakest Miku?
Yes.
Can we get some Metal Gear Rising brain rot in the chat?
What's a good brain rot? Demon Slayer has like no brain rot.
I'm pretty sure Miku and Godzilla are both from Battle Cats. I could be wrong, but I know Miku is in there.
They're from Fortnite.
It is canon that every Miku in the multiverse is the same Miku. Thanks Arthrona Fear 3 for checking in.
So I guess we are just that strong. Hype.
Ron,
Art
were
on the
you
fire.
once the most mystical man in all Russia?
No comment. No comment. I'm not gonna
I met in Battle Cats,
confirm or
but who
deny that.
cares?
I'm in Battle Cats, but who cares? I care. You think
Keegan
they thought
Morgan
about that?
said, I'm think Miku, ooh you.
Miku. Would you rather
It's amazing
have...
how historically inaccurate this movie was, yet it had such a banger soundtrack.
What movie was that? I don't know what this is from.
Worm said, Miku, I made us a steak.
Bro. I really like.
Has
in
anyone
Invincible,
suggested
I
the
really like
Rasputin cover
how
by Teresa's?
I really like how they're handling like Omni-Man's redemption arc. Because in the freaking comics, it's so bad.
Where
It's
is
so
the
freaking
tiny
bad,
picture of
man.
Immortal Cause? We need him to be looking for Omni-Man because where is he?
It's there. You need to find it. It's so bad. Like, it's the worst redemption arc ever. Because it's not even like a redemption arc. He like said
Anastasia was
sorry
an animated
once.
movie not made by Disney that was based on the fact that no one found the body of Anastasia of the Russian royal family. A.
At the time, anyway, we found it eventually. I'm pretty sure I watched the movie. I just don't remember when. I don't even remember what the movie is,
Thanks,
but I know like
Jatro
she lost her
Studios, for
memories,
checking
but that's
in.
about it.
Can anybody find Immortal Cause? I can't find them.
Yes.
Do you know what a CPO76 is?
A what?
Biden
076?
even 77
Yes.
said, I'm thinking Meek.
Which one is 076 again? Oh, it's Abel. And not gonna lie, a lot of like the early SCPs are very
Keegan Morgan said, bye Roni,
edgelordy.
I'm leaving stream. I hope you have an amazing day.
Alright, see ya, Keegan Morgan. Is this the one that's like immortal or whatever? What does he do again? Yeah. What does Steve do? It should spawn my teeth. I don't know why it's not working. Hello?
Happy May the 4th, people.
Ah, yes.
Where is Immortal?
May the
Where is
4th.
he?
With your mom. Why is it not connected? Hello? Oh, frick, that's why. Alright. Sorry. Alright, I'll redeem the thief. Nah, that's like 2-minute cooldown. Honestly can't make it. Alright. Like, I need to freaking authenticate that every 2 months. I keep forgetting. Penelope's waiting. I'm tired. uh, 100 men.
Evil_series said, wasn't Miku Lore the Krypton / Yamaha Miku dreams of every other Miku?
Would you rather be with 600 men or no men? Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Some people.
Is one of the menu?
No smoke. No. It's just 600 random men. We don't know what's ahead. We don't return. this whole place burn.
Okay, Roni, I refunded the teeth and song requests new months.
Okay. Thank you, Emmy. Up, we're up, and away we go.
Wait, so every time it's a new month the things get refunded like teeth and song request?
No, you need to manually refund it.
Mars_is_far said, I must
just make
leave
it
to
so
lock on
that-
comms.
Let's make it so that well, I don't make it like we have to manually refund it, but I refund the songs. Like, so it's like a cashback, but like it's a 100% cashback for song requesters. It's
Ron, we
quality's
need you
fault,
to play horsey game.
bro. Then in Epic the Musical, it's all quality's fault.
Saint Asana said, crime stram and crime which one? Sorry,
Well,
haven't been
no, we
around
did-
in a while.
Oh, we did it like a few weeks ago. You missed it.
I went toe to toe with Superman before.
If Walters didn't like go like, oh, we should go open arms. Odysseus would have killed the Cyclops. And none of this shit would happen.
Tank said, where is Omni-Man, where is he?
So it's Walters' fault.
Saint Asana said, phew.
Why? Ugh. Why am I so sleepy? I drank coffee.
What position is Immortal in, and is it him from the comics or from the show?
It's Immortal from the game. Why don't they just like you can kill Immortal by like grinding him, right? He can't like regenerate from that.
coffee doesn't give you energy. It just makes you less tired. Therefore, if you're low energy, you'll keep being low energy, just alert at the same tea.
I'm not even alert.
Immortal doesn't regenerate, you have to put him back together.
Yeah, but like he regenerates when you put him back together. Like he said, like it regenerates, like it heals itself. Which is like a stupid form of immortality. Oh, like I need literally worse than Deadpool. Oh, can't even freaking regenerate limbs or like freaking whatever. You have to connect it again. It's a bit shit. Like, bro, find a better immortality.
If Immortal can take damage, can't he permanently die by being flung into the sun?
Yeah, you can die from the sun. So he's not really like, it's not even that immortal.
Is Immortal actually there, or are you just trolling? It's impossible to tell with you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. Figure it out. Am I trolling or is immortal here?
Mr. Almost Immortal.
Yeah.
Ron, why is Athena in the basement?
Where the hell would you put her? She's not like she takes up too much space in like anywhere else.
What if Immortal is the friends we made along the way?
True.
Did you know in Uma Museum there is a horse named Sigma Riz? Well, Athena needed a place to hide to not have to listen to prayers from people who only know her from TikTok.
Alright, here's my opinion on Invincible. Or like Immortal. I think Immortal would have been more useful than Tech Jacket during the war. They should have brought Immortal.
Saint Asana said, who would win, a completely normal man or Mpreg? Gold chip my goat.
Tech Jacket did nothing during that shit. Like her whole contribution is that she shot darts. They can literally just make like a gun out of that. Give it to like Alan or some shit. Fucking why they put it in darts? Fucking put it on like a knuckle or whatever. Like a brass knuckle. Obviously made with like a strong metal. You got one of these. Like get one of these. Coat it with like the venom. And like one of the and like the spikes. And I can freaking like I don't even need to get the freaking darts. There's like a 100% kill rate. Hello?
In the comics, Tech Jacket was just as useless. Also,
yeah, I know.
Will fight his allies, so maybe don't bring either of them.
That is true, but here's the thing.
ZeroBread01 redeems song request. What is funny?
I
Bo
know.
Burnham? Or if you don't like it, goodbye, bye, Bo Burnham.
That's fine. I don't. I know
Thanks,
that tech
Poker
jacket
_
also
dealer for
wasn't
checking
that.
in.
Oh, hi poker. Also wasn't useful, but like they changed, they changed tech jacket's gender. They could have made her more useful, bro. Like she's literally like a damsel in distress the entire time. They could have
Hello, Poker. How you doing?
they've made her like slower, weaker, like squishier than
You crow
everyone
beard
else.
can't be used, sadly.
You know what they could have done? There's like this scene where they're getting chased by Viltrumites. They could have made Tech Jacket just faster and like basically do this scene the same where she called like the guy. You just make it like, oh, actually like the thing makes her faster. And like that's
Why
like an
didn't
actual
make
asset.
alternate conquest?
It's like an actual asset. She can evade like Viltrumites attacks better. But no, it's just like worse in like every other way. Like
Slower, softer, smaller, weaker.
yeah,
What if Immortal was the
she does
protein
nothing.
tubes with the white sauce?
Her contribution is the darts. That's all of it. But like everyone's like gassing her up was like, oh, she's actually really useful. Bro, show it. Show that she's useful. You can just like show don't tell, bro. Make her like an actual asset.
Redeem 20 squats.
Every single time she's on screen, I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing? Can you do something, please? Why are you here? Why do they bring like a child into space and she does nothing? I hate it. I hate it. Alright, squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Zero bread 01 redeemed girl voice for 5 minutes.
You.
Oliver like lobster more than her.
You. Alright, girl voice. That is true. Why is she there? Why did they include her? She did nothing. She did nothing during the fight.
Ray
She
Finalist
did
22
nothing.
said, can I become Incinderace?
Her contribution is like basically like a participation medal. She's just there.
Bro fought 2 alts versions of Invincible in one but can't do shit now. I know the author said he doesn't care about power scaling, but still.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like, power scaling is so bad. It's like there's no tension, there's no consistency. You're not thinking, oh, she can actually do something. She can survive in this war. No, every single time she's on screen, she's getting saved by
Banzai
Alan.
unleashes Godzilla and the revived Japanese army
She's
from
getting
World War II.
She's getting saved by Alan. I don't get it. Like, that's literally all of her screen time. Like
Ray
a...
Finalist 22 said, can I become Incinderace, Roni?
I don't think so, actually.
Have you heard of the America Wizard who can summon any military weapon? He's very powerful. The director made an animated power scaling series, and he hates animation and power scaling.
Yeah.
And soon after this with the mass breeding of Viltrumites.
No, it's
Robot
like
does
they-
the old switch awu.
The author just wants, like, cool punches and shit. Like, the cool action. Without, like, setting it up, you know? Without doing the legwork.
Saint Asana said, Alan Solos.
Like, you can't make a scene where the character just like shrugs off like an attack, like it's nothing, and then like the next like scene they get freaking bodied.
Evil_series said, "Hey Roni, what's your type?"
My type is
I think
ghost type.
dark/fairy would suit you because you grants our wish, but also not really.
I'm a ghost.
Oliver the
I'm a
Froggiest
ghost
did
type.
more than her.
Now Oliver
Woo
the
Ghost Chan sounds so sexy.
Oliver's actually like negative there.
Aren't all the episodes a little over 40 minutes each? How do they have
It-
that much time for so many episodes, but not set up anything?
I don't know, man. Yeah, like,
Hanako is kind of like you.
well, yeah, like you shouldn't.
Battle Beast did more than her and he was just floating in space.
Yeah, it's Battle Beast. Like, I really question, why is she there? Why are they endangering a child for no reason?
Arthrona
She
Fear
did
3
nothing.
redeemed song request. Rasputin, Doristas.
She did nothing,
Oliver
bro.
did more cause did help like bro was told did not to attack Thrang and when bro did it.
It's... Why is she there? Why? Like, literally no contribution. Literally nothing.
She helped weaken a few of the Viltrumite.
Yeah, it's... With the darts. You can... You can get one of these?
Are you saying you wouldn't endanger a child in a war against off-brand supermen?
I guess that's true. I would do that. That's a good point. Yeah, it's not really a war if you're not endangering like a child unnecessarily. That's
Space
a good
carried
point.
during the fight.
That's a good point. But yeah, they could
Did you
just
look what's
coat
funny?
they could just coat one of these with like the venom, and it would be like it would have been better.
Model broke.
Model broke. No, it's fine. How?
Spoiler. Gabe Newell vs. Thrashed in Season 5.
What?
Ron, I found a magic sword. I think it is evil based off of what it is saying.
You can't just
What if while he was wearing
judge
the
people.
dusters Mark tried to crack his knuckles? He'd poison himself and then he wouldn't be title card.
Has it been 5 minutes?
Yeah, but the venom is a liquid, which in space
Oh, it's been
wouldn't
5
work.
minutes. Good.
The QA swell dot floats. I was meaning on cat ears, hair toggle.
The
And let
venom's
me be
liquid,
clear,
which
fail.
in space wouldn't work because, well, that floats. No, you just have to coat it.
Tank said, spoilers, but William is Battle Beast.
True. I don't know. That's like a very like late reveal. It's like one of the best plot twists. William is actually Battle Beast. Oh, but yeah, like that's all she did. She shot darts, missed like half of them. Then nothing. She can't even like stall Viltrumites effectively because she's slower than them. She's
Yeah,
slower,
but it would
she's
be like
squishier,
blood.it
she's
would
like
just fold it wad and stick dot also raspot and goes hee 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 hee.
she can't even hurt them like
Same
decently so
Sana
that
said.
to like hold
They
them
could've
down.
Literally had Mark fastball the venom instead of that slow shooter.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't like
Everyone, do your America Wizard stuff now. I cast
Like, I know-
Megas Dumpus.
in most comics this happens where like a lot of like
22 said, how can I send song requests?
Only on Twitch. Here's the thing that happens in like comic fights. They basically like there's like too many characters, so they have to like give them like something to do. So they have to like fight like some
The
bullshit.
evil magic sword says that AI is better than handmade art. Then it said something racist.
Tank said,
Kill it.
more spoilers, but Grand Region Thrag is baby Oliver fat.
Yeah, it's like a time
Sad.
travel thing. But like, why? Like like
Ronillust
that happens a
22
lot in
said,
comics
"Command
where
man, I'm on Twitch."
like they need like like characters to do something, so they're like you fight like some bullshit here, or like you do some garbage. Like that's like a thing that happens, but like in Invincible, it's like so bad. Like literally,
BTW like the song? Hourly ad break
the
incoming.
Rasputin song, yeah, it's good. It's like so, like, bro, make her do something, not just like.
I'm doing a slideshow presentation for my obligated religion class. I'm putting Gabriel the angel from Ultra Kill just because.
Okay, I don't know if that's a good idea. But good luck to you. But yeah, like freaking, give her something decent to do. Like she doesn't have to beat like a Viltrumite solo for people to think, oh, she's actually doing something. She's just not doing anything. Like literally every single time, just get saved.
Also,
by
how
Alan.
the fleeing fuck do you beat Gabriel?
What to beat Gabriel? You freaking lock in.
Ron, I threw the racist magic sword that likes AI into the vat of magic molten metal.
Yes, good. Good. Alright. Like, I don't think it's that hard to, like, give her, like, something to do. But, like, the author can only think, oh, like, either they can beat, like, a Viltrumite or they can't.
Rar
it's
Putin.
weird. It's weird. Like she beat like a Mark variant. Which is still like decent, probably still stronger than Immortal. Especially since it's like a Viltrumite. But no, she does nothing. She did nothing the entire time.
Tank said, Mark, I made a stake we can be beat.
Alright. She did nothing in the fight, bro.
Wait, why the demon kinda bad though? Yo Roni, WJ equals hi the big baba.
Bruh. Bruh. Like she could have been like a better support. By like taking the heat off of like everyone.
Worm said, I
Basically,
don't give
like-
a shit about Viltrum.
Basically kiting Viltrumites. Everyone would have thought, oh, she's actually useful. She's actually doing something. But no. Well, she's not. She's not Oliver. Oliver literally did nothing. Bro didn't even kill like a single Viltrumite. I don't think he damaged a single Viltrumite. Except himself.
Also, I've been thinking, a sword witch blade is just a blade in the center with rings on top of it, like Sheris.s it would be able to bind and cut. Oliver was more in the way that helped out.
Yeah. Like him punching Thrag put Mark on like a bad position. He literally has like one thing he should do. Like, what is there to say this? That's one thing where it's like, oh, don't fight Thrag alone. No matter how strong you think you are, he's stronger. And this fucking
_series said,
this
Ronnie, what's your
dumbass.
opinion on spoilers?
Like
the car part.
I like spoiling everyone.
Thanks for the lurk, Emmy694000.
Like freaking.
Oliver's job was getting
you
his
have
ass
one
handed
job.
to him.
You have one job. Fill the roster
Adamese
and then
technically
like
has killed more
not.
Viltrumite than Oliver.
That is
I prefer
true.
Viltrumites when I turn them into cybernetic monstrosities. Like that dragon I made out of meat and metal.
And they keep saying like, oh no, why is he fighting his oldest shit?
I'm on Twitch. My name is ronillust. D.
Oh.
What is the command for song request?
It's not a command, it's a redeem.
If nobody heard, you be silent.
Like in
LoopyLoon5401 said, Yo, I'm having trouble with the Twitch chat.
oh, there's gonna be an ad in like
Spoilers,
2 seconds.
but Oliver sucks because Conquest.
Yeah, I'll be. It's gonna be an ad. I'm gonna get water, and then we'll do D&D in like a bit. All right.
Thank you, Manu Helsing, for the follow.
Hi,
Welcome to the basement.
Thanks
You
for
can
the
never
follow,
leave.
Manu Housing.
Ad break.
All right, I'll be right back. Just gonna get I'm just gonna get more water.
SKDLL_Kirschner said, testicles.
All right.
Mersun from GTU said, hello, I'm about to check in now. Thanks Mr. Sun from GTU for checking in. Okay, the chat's working for me now, not sure what was happening before. Thanks champions for checking in. Mr. Sun from GTU said, I said hi BTW. It probably said that when you were getting water.
Hi, Mr. Sun. Tun, tun. Tun, tun, right.
Which said, I put the worm in the potion bottle to make tequila.
Just a man.
Ads over.
Alright.
Thanks for the lurk, Saint is Sana.
Alright. Alright, see you, Saint Sana. Alright, we'll do like a fairly quick D&D session.
I am going to get food now.
Oh.
Remember to feed the meat and metal dragon. She prefers either homemade Alfredo or roasted eye artist.
Oh yeah. Alright, see ya, Kane.
The music is a bit loud for D&D. Can we lower
yeah.
it by about 3 notches?
Okay.
Tank said, I shoot, which with my cannon.
I do need to like.
Mr. Sun from GTU said, why did her voice just change?
That's not her voice.
How do we play D&D?
All right. How do you play D&D? D&D like there's a bunch of commands at the top of the screen. It's exclamation mark witch, tank, bottle, worm. It basically makes it so that you can control one of the characters during one of the turns if you use those commands. So if I ask tank what he needs to do, and you use the tank command, you basically control tank for that turn. So it's like random who gets it. It's not random, it's like more like who gets it first, you know. I don't have the dice open. Wait, 1 sec. It's D6.
Which said, I hold myself back from charging straight for the card store to allow the game master to do his narrations first.
Okay.
Mr. Sun from GTU said, can I tell you something cool? I'm planning
Yeah.
a web series entirely with construction and cardstock paper. It'll be in stop motion. It'll take time, but I want to try. I'll make the...
Cool. Good luck with that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Roni.
Look with that, Mr. Sun. Wish you the best. Alright. 1 sec. That's a good song. Frick.
Mr. Sun from GTU said, thanks, dude. Alright, I dropped 900 rats on roulette. If I win, it's girl voice for Roni.
Bro. What the fuck? Oh, do we have Gamma? We do have Gamma. It's like 2 minutes. I will start it after the Gamma. I do want to rant about Invincible first. Like, they
Mr.
really
Sun
shouldn't.
from GTU said, also the end of that cut off. I said I would make the pilot episode tomorrow.
Alright.
Which said, I check over my
They
guns
really
for routine, made unanswered as I wait for the gomba to finish.
Like, they don't. Like, not everyone there needed to, like, be able to kill a Viltrumite to be useful, but they needed to be useful, you know? So otherwise, like, why are they there? Also, why didn't they bring, like, an army, actually? They should have brought more people. Like, even just more fathers. They brought, like, fucking 10 guys. Like, there's a coalition. They have an army, right? Like, they could have
Mr.
brought
Sun
at
from
least a
GTU
couple more
said,
people.
BTW, the show is called The Daily Life of Paper. It's a slice of life series.
Oh, cool. Alright, they could have brought, like, 100 people. Be, like,
Thanks
fodder
for
for
to
the...
Death One Beth for checking in.
For the Viltrumites.
Risman 504 said, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Have
Also,
a
they
good
have
evening.
37 Viltrumites left, but, like, I'm pretty sure I only saw, like, 5 fighting. Like I said, like, they... they don't know how to, like,
Evil
deal with
underscore
battles.
series said, Does Lavender have a special power that allows her to have so many voices, or is she just that good?
She's just that good.
C4 for the mouth hole.
Bro. Okay.
Mr. Sun from GTU said, "Bro, I just realized I accidentally had my phone muted, bro."
Oh. Alright, Gambo. It's black. Lol. Who said they dropped 900 rats? Well, you didn't get it. Sorry.
This is why you don't put so much on one color.
That is true. Alright. We start now. Yes, ready?
Girl voice is dumb anyway.
True.
Tank said, Mark, we can be
Is there
big.
for practice?
Mr. Sun from GTU said, "But anyways, yeah, my series is a slice of life."
Alright. You exit through the church and you find yourself in a lobby of an abandoned mall. There you can see 4 benches. And there are dilapidated. And to the side, there are dilapidated stores. To your right, you can see what looks like an abandoned coffee
Which
shop.
said, I check for a map of them all, like a brochure.
Well,
Tank said, I run over the benches.
there
Worm said, I searched for vending
a
machines.
map. There's one of those things where you see in front of you. There's one of those things where, like machines with like a television where you can look, where they show you a map of the entire place. But
Worm said,
There's
I
currently
moved to
no
the center
power.
of the room.
there's currently no power, so you can't really use it. What was it? Vending. You're looking for vending machines. There are no
Mr. Sun
vending
from
machines
GTU
that you
said,
can
"Isn't it
see
kind of weird
right at the
and a
moment.
little mad that when apps/games would be like, play with no ads. But then there's an ad the second you complete something or something."
I run over the benches. Okay.
Tank said, I run over the map.
Okay. You run over the benches? You mean you're gonna run them over?
Mr. Sun from GTU said,
Alright.
"Why did that last voice sound like KN Loki?"
You try to run over the benches, but you find that you can destroy them. In fact, you
Roni, you were looking for a good song
Oh, shit.
earlier. If you want
I
something
forgot
that could be considered morbid but upbeat at the same time, listen to the first.
Right, I'm dumb. I forgot to put the character
Well,
sheets.
now we know where the vending machine which gets her vending machines. Looted them all.
I forgot to put the character sheets on the
Which
thing.
said, I cash
sorry.
in light.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Sun from
sorry.
GTU said, "How do you get the D&D voice?"
It's like a thing. It's the command. It's at the top of the screen. Alright, here's the commands. I also need to change like the thing. I'm gonna do art. I'm gonna do just chatting.
Can we have Immortal as an enemy?
Yes. Alright. These are the character sheets.
Mr. Sun from GTU said, what is that Google Docs link for?
It's a virus. No, it's for the thing. Also, character. So your stats right now. Alright. Tank has like 417 HP.
Worm said, I use Pop Shove It.
You
Thanks
use
Just
Pop
Tone
Shove It?
Plant for checking in.
Hi, Plant. You have 417 HP right now. And you actually take 1 damage from hitting the bench. So you only have 416 HP. You're actually all low. Alright. You hit the bench and you dent your armor. You realize that the
Is
benches
there cool
are
off on character commands? I have several
invulnerable.
message not go through.
It's there should be like a bit of a cooldown. I don't remember
Tank
what
said,
cooldown I set it.
I say no and I gain 1 HP.
There's like a 30-second cooldown for each character. Say no and gain 1 HP. No. I say no to that, no, and you don't gain 1 HP. Alright. What else? Oh, the 4 benches in front of you exude a calming aura. You think that
Worm said,
maybe
okay, I think I did it. Did I do the voice? Say yes if I did.
you did. Maybe we
Which
should rest
said,
here for a
5
while.
also we have light and revels Mimps Nerby.
Do you have a fireball?
Tank said,
No, you
I
don't.
say no to your note and all the no's after that and gain back my HP, all of it.
No, you don't have a fireball.
The potion bottle said, I use random potion.
You use random potion. What is that again? You're forgetting what bottle does. Where do you use the random potion?
I plan on lurking this D&D unless someone fucks up so badly.
Well, it's more like an exploration.
Tank said, I say where is Omni-Man trying to summon an immortal?
I swear it's gonna take like
Mr.
an
Sun
entire
from
session before they
GTU said, Happy Star
fine.
Wars Day BTW. May the 4th
Aye.
be with you.
Happy Disney
Which
slop
said,
day.
I decide to have a quick nap on a bench, kicking off my boots and using my oversized hat as a blanket.
I'm sorry. Happy
Worm
May the
said,
4th be with
so,
you.
how are we doing this?
Ronnie, your
Alo
voice.
Saroni, your mic
What?
is sending your voice away from moment to moment.
Oh, I think it's because I'm like turning my head. All right. I take a quick nap on the bench, kicking off my boots oversized. Thank you. All right. The witch goes over to one of the benches and she sits on it, takes a quick nap. Instantly, she realizes that even if she dies in this mall, she will wake up
Tank
in one
said,
of these benches.
I'm still running over the benches.
You're so
Mr.
alright.
Sun from GTU
Tank
said,
runs over the
Disney
benches.
slop is crazy.
Bam, you lose 1 more HP.
I cast Pat the Witch. Pat Pat.
1 more HP. You are now at 415 health.
Which said, I save my game on slot 1.
There is no slot 1. This is like
Worm said, Worm Loki reminds me of that one
This is Dark
TTS
Souls.
voice that some people use on Roblox rants and other stuff.
this operates on Dark Souls logic / Hollow Knight logic. All right, the What about worm and bottle? Would you closer? Why do you have a thing?
Tank said, I said benches, not bench run over all of them.
You can't run over one because it's
Worm
invulnerable.
said, BRBBTW.
Alright, see ya. The bench is invulnerable.
The
You can't
potion
even
bottle
run over
said,
them.
I go over to which and splash her with a healing potion.
Alright, cool. Alright, potion bottle set.
Thanks Cordia Foster for checking in.
Like Cardia Foster. Alright, you go over her and splash her with the healing potion. What's the thing for that? It's a 1d20.
Worm said, wait, what other characters can you do the voice thing with?
Alright. There's like 4 characters.
Which said, as I rest and save my progress, I think back to how this adventure started. If I do awaken here after death, would I even be the same person?
Would you even be the same
Cordia
person?
Foster said, I'm here now,
Most
what
like-
did I miss?
Not much.
Tank said, where is Omni-Man still trying to summon Immortal?
Okay. You healed her for 16 HP. So, not the worst. I don't know why you healed her, though. It's not like... Actually, it is kind of low. So, she's now at... 66. Oh, you missed that. Thank God. It's not 67. Alright.
Tank said,
Do that.
okay,
and then you
thanks for
lose
showing
one
those on
more
top.
healing potions. Alright. What do you do? Anyone else wants like a respawn point so you don't have to go through the entire thing again? Alright, no. It's just Witch. Y'all can sit on a bench. Or you can go through the entire like thing again whenever you want to, whenever there's like combat.
Worm said, let's look for a vape shop.
Worm
Tank
skates
said,
around
where
looking
is
for a vape
Omni-Man
shop.
trying to summon Immortal?
You don't see anything resembling a vape shop around the main lobby.
Cordia Foster said, yeah, thanks
Perhaps
God.
there's something deeper. Well, it's been 20 minutes. Well, it's been like 10 minutes, I think. I don't know.
Which said, what do we do in order to do this thing on your screen?
All right. What do? You need to use one of the commands on top.
Lava redeemed 20
Basically,
squats.
you control one of the characters by using one of the commands. And because it's not turn-based yet, you can literally just say whatever. And you'll do it. Alright, I'll do the squats. Give me 1 sec.
Cordia Foster said, what is this game?
It's D&D. 1,
Guys, please sleep on the
2,
bench, we don't have much time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
The potion bottle
12,
said, I roll
13,
away to find
14,
something to attack.
15, 16, 17,
Mr. Sun from GTU said,
19,
it's D&D.
20.
Crystal Rose _MC is raiding us with a party of 3.
Oh.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Crystal
the-
Rose _MC for the raid.
Thank you for the raid, Crystal Rose. What did
Tank
you do on
said,
stream?
I blast the rubble across from the bench.
Hope you had a good stream.
Worm said, I go
That's
over
all
and
Amalgamators.
sleep on the lap of Witch.
We're just doing a
Cordia Foster said, cat.
very
I
bastardized
cast Blessing of
D&D
Strength for 5
session.
minutes to tank.
You don't have blessings of strength.
Which said, I decide that, even with the save point, I will still treat this life as my only one. If I do return to life here, regardless if it's still me or not, I'll just move on.
Okay.
The potion bottle
Also-
said, I look around to look for any possible items for potions.
Okay. I hope you had a good stream, Crystal Rose.
Worm
If
said, I
you
sleep
need
on
to
the bench.
leave and rest, feel free to do so. What did you say? I sleep on the bench. Thank you. All right. The worm. Also with the bench over which and takes a
Cordia
nap.
Foster said, he, this game is so confusing.
You are
but I'm
now.
still here to learn, so let's go.
Yes. You also get the feeling that even if you die in this mall, you will wake up in this bench.
I said one first, it was him going on to the lap of which.
Alright, fine, sorry. You
Tank
sleep
said,
on lap of
how
the
do I
witch.
sit on the bench?
Just say you sit on the bench. And
Worm said, I go to
let's
the bench,
see what happens.
then I look for weapons.
Okay.
Which
What did you
said,
say?
I use my recently acquired size to pick up Tank and put him on the
look for
bench,
weapons.
and then head back to my bench.
There are no weapons in the lobby. It's a lobby.
The potion bottle said, I go try to find
All-
something to attach.
All you can see are rubble and dust everywhere. But you can see, like, from where you're standing, that there's
Mr.
a
Sun from
pharmacy.
GTU said,
And
am I doing this
there's a coffee
correctly?
shop. Am I doing this correctly? What did you say? Go to the bench and look for weapons. Yeah.
Cordia Foster said, interesting, this game seems quite fascinating. Can I play as the villain?
Can you play as the villain? Maybe you're.
The potion
I'm gonna be
bottle
honest,
said,
you are probably
I
the
raid the
villain.
pharmacy.
With how
Tank
they always,
said,
with that, how
thanks
they act.
for the help, witch.
You raid the pharmacy? Who said that?
Worm said, I go to the coffee shop.
Potion bottle. All right. Worm goes to the coffee shop. Potion bottle goes to the pharmacy. Okay. The worm skates over to the coffee shop and finds it's empty. It's very dirty, and there are flies where there used to be food. You can see in one of those glass cases where they put baked goods in, everything there is rotting. Perhaps you can find something behind the counter.
The potion bottle
Wow,
said,
the-
I go to the pharmacy.
The bottle goes to the pharmacy.
Mr. Sun from
And-
GTU said, at Cordia Foster, I don't think there's a villain. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You go to the pharmacy, and
Which
you
said,
find
Worm,
that it is
Bottle, please sleep on the bench. We've been at this for several hours.
all right. It is mostly
Cordia
Empty.
Foster said, okay, evil villain.
the
Laugh, ha 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 ha.
the shelves have been mostly raided.
Worm said, I go to the counter to search.
The shelves for the medicines and then like the other items have been raided. So, but there are some items left. Do you want to look what you can scavenge for? Also, what's the next one? I go to counter to search. Okay. You go over the counter. I don't know where to put the counter. It's here. Go over the counter. And you see that there are
Worm
still
said,
coffee. There are
"I
still
go to
bags
the
of coffee
pharmacy."
beans. There are still bags of coffee beans. Perhaps
The
they could be
potion
useful.
bottle said, I tried to find something to attack out of frustration for not finding illegal drugs.
Okay.
Time to play TF2 while watching stream.
All right.
Peak.
Try to attack something out of frustration without finding.
Mr. Sun from GTU said, what was the shop thing called again?
You attack one of the shelves. It does nothing. What's the shop thing called again? The vending machine? Well, there's no vending machine here.
Mr. Sun from GTU said, never mind.
There are bags of coffee.
Mr. Sun
the
from
worm?
GTU said, I go to the main lobby and hangs out with Witch.
Okay, no, alright. What you do is like you need to control one of the 4 characters, which is the witch, tank, bottle, worm. You need to use one of these commands: exclamation mark witch, exclamation mark tank,
Tank said,
bottle, worm.
I go with worm with the witch on the tank.
And you basically control them.
Cordia Foster said,
When you do that.
marvelous, quite nice.
I go with the worm. I go with the worm with the witch on the tank. You mean you like carry the witch with you, and you go with the worm? All right, fine. So you carry the worm. You still haven't gone to the.
The
thing,
potion
by the way.
bottle said, I go to
You
the
go to the
main
coffee
lobby and hangs out with Witch.
Mr. Sun from
Potion ball said,
GTU
I go to
"Oops."
the main lobby, hangs out with the witch.
Thanks Kid 90 Water 19 for checking in.
Potion bottle goes out to the lobby and finds that witch is not there. Sad. Hi, Kid 90 Water.
Which said, I go with tank.
I mean, time basically kidnapped you. You're all 3 of you are in the coffee shop. There are bags of coffee, but not much. They're probably fine, but you don't really know if they're going to be useful. Perhaps Bottle can use the coffee for some concoction. Perhaps not. It's up to you. Maybe you can just drink the coffee and have a good time. Who knows?
Pickle and Bulb said, I think I miss my wife. Are you sure? Are you sure? Where is he?
Yes.
The potion bottle said, I go into the coffee shop and steal all the coffee beans.
Okay. Bottle runs over the coffee shop, finds all the coffee beans behind the counter, and takes all of them. So now you have coffee beans. I need to write that. Where are items? Which is nice. You realize you can use.
Cordia Foster said, at Mr. Sun from GTU being the villain is fun.
Let's say you get like 10 more coffee bags. So
Worm
let's say you
said,
get 20
I say,
coffee
are you
beans.
sure healing on my teammates by negative HP?
wait. Coffee.
Kid
bean
90 Water
bags.
19
Let's say
said,
10.
just spectating. I'd count to play
Let's go
some.
8. X8. Nobody knows how to play. You
Which
just have to
said,
use one of
I pick up
the
worm and
commands
potion
and then
bottle
I'll
and ask them if we can
interpret this
finally
the
get some
best
rest
way I
now.
can. Said I pick up the worm and potion bottle and ask them if we can finally get some rest now. Okay. You go pick up the worm and bottle and force them to sit on the bench. Now, worm already sat on the bench, but bottle is sitting down for the first time. Bottle realizes that
Worm said, I go to the main lobby
even if
because the
it
beans were
dies,
stolen.
you would
Pickle
You
and
would wake
Bulb
up in
said,
one of these
Ron,
batches.
you know what's crazy? I have never got any of my ideas done by you. Not that I'm upset, but it's interesting given how long I've been here.
because like you do it on chat, and I forget.
Mr. Sun from GTU
Also, like, it
said,
depends on, like, the
BRB
thing.
again.
Like I said, like it's not really like. It depends on like how. If I have like an idea for it, I don't know.
Kid 90 Water 19 said, hello chat.
Aye.
Which said, I tuck worm and potion bottle in with my hat as we finally get some rest.
Worm said, I go sit on the bench because I'm bored.
Okay.
Pickle and
Fine.
Bulb
Go
said,
sit on the
white
bench.
goo is a witch when?
All right, bro. Bro.
The potion bottle said, I try to brew a potion with the coffee beans to see what happens.
Okay. You have
Tank
a...
said, I scan the environment for signs of life.
You try to brew potions with just the coffee beans. Okay. You brew one of the coffee beans within you, and you get coffee. I don't know what you expected. You lose one bag, you gain one coffee.
Cordia Foster said, all right, yes.
Scan environment.
Worm
for signs of
said,
life.
as I'm on the bench, I look at what Bottle is
Tank
doing.
Scans the coffee shop for signs of life. There's none besides the flies on the rotten food.
Pickle Bulb said, I am now going
And,
to give horrible ideas that
maggots.
you 100% can't use for the bit.
Bruh. Alright. The coffee shop is mostly empty. You realize there's not much interesting thing you can see in the coffee shop. Do you want to get out?
Cordia Foster said, yeah, it's just coffee.
Do you want to get out?
Worm said, I do a kick flip.
Oh shit! Okay. The worm does a kickflip. Actually, I kind of want to roll perception for Tank. I should have
Pickle
done
Bulb
that.
said, your GF is a witch, but nobody
Alright.
came.
All right, gonna roll perception for Tank. See if you figure something out.
The potion bottle said, I brew a new potion with the coffee beans and the vodka.
Okay, you scan over the thing, but you still don't find any.
Pickle Bulb said,
Signs of life.
Chap newest 10 TTS
But-
as a witch.
But you can't shake the
Did
feeling
Tank
that
find
you
Omni-Man?
are somehow being watched.
Which said, Tank, please just rest on a bench.
You can't help the feeling that somehow you are being watched. But you don't know from where.
Water 19 said, drawing request, human V1 ultra kill.
Alright.
Tank said, I can't I have treads?
Bruh. You can just try.
Mr. Sun from GTU said, going to bed, see ya.
Alright, see ya. See ya, Mr. Sun. Bro, sleep on the bench, please.
Which said,
You're gonna
then
go
sleep
through the
with Joe
entire
Sun
thing.
to the bench.
Just say it. Just say the words. You want to sleep. You want to rest on the bench.
Citrus_drop said, rotisserie chicken witch.
Okay.
I have returned.
Alright, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe you should shift from witch to like as anime girl. Because I think that's like more.
The _sad_diamond super
Interesting.
chatted for $2.
Oh, thank you for the
Happy
$2
birthday,
super
Romy.
chat, Sad Diamond.
Pickle and Bulb
thank you,
said,
Sad Diamond.
Femboy. Even if you
Okay.
dose happen, you won't admit to it.
Alright.
Worm said, I do a barrel roll.
Alright. Worm does a barrel roll.
The potion bottle said, I tried to
it does
brew a
nothing.
potion with the coffee beans and vodka.
Tank said, I don't know how this would work, but I rest on the bench.
With the coffee beans and vodka?
Cordia Foster said, he. Cordia Foster said, I see you travelers.
I kind of forgot the. What the hell's the thing again?
Which said, I rest on the bench.
Alright. You know what? I'll give you a roll for the coffee beans and vodka. See if you're successful.
Pickle and Bulb said, Boss Baby 2 from Hit Family Move Boss Baby 2.
You get 12. I say you're successful. You're successful at brewing the vodka coffee bean concoction, and you get
Cordia Foster said,
Hey.
he.
Red Bull.
Worm said, is it possible to replace Bottle's bottle if it gets broken?
Is it
You can try
possible
to
to replace Bottle's bottle if it gets broken?
Bottle
Pickle and
is
Bulb said, do you know who
their
else
body.
you should make as a witch? My mom.
Okay. Tank hasn't done anything for a while. Well, why are you guys ignoring Tank? Tank's been stuck in the thing. I keep asking Tank if they want to get out.
Cordia
Wait, they did
Foster
say it.
said,
I don't know
"Happy
how this would work,
birthday."
but I rest on the bench. Okay, I forgot that. All right.
Which
Tank
said,
leaves the
I
coffee
pick up
shop.
Tank and put him on the bench so we can move on.
All right. Tank leaves the coffee shop and goes
Tank
through the
said,
door.
I fly like Omni-Man.
Pickle and Bulb said, Hexy with a body that wouldn't fail apart if it was hit by a car. Is the
Unlucky.
potion in the potion bottle his blood? Does he die if he runs out?
Unlucky. Tank goes out of the coffee shop and goes through the door, but suddenly the entire place goes dark. At least
Worm
that's what
said,
Tank
I
thinks.
wiggle.
And Tank sees a figure right in front of it.
Pickle and Bulb said, Sana understand as Sans understand from hit 1999 game Sans understand. Are you sure? Sea salt,
Okay.
I need you say salt.
It's a dark
Is it
figure,
Omni-Man?
but you can't. It's not quite darkness. You can see the light.
Takomaku underscore
You can see what
98 said,
little
Yo,
light-
Ronald, have you gambled yet? How
Alright.
the stream going by the way?
One sec. Right. I'm doing a thing. All right. You can see the light. Whatever light is behind the figure is bending around it, almost like a black hole.
Cordia Foster said, he, oh yes.
Almost like the light itself doesn't want to touch the figure. The figure is silent, but you know in your heart that
Pickle and Bulb said, Spampton if he wasn't short.
in your heart, on the depths of your soul,
Which
that
said, I cast
this figure
fireball
is
at the dark
dangerous.
figure to see it better.
you can't catch fireball in the dark figure. First of all, you
Pickle
don't have
and
a
Bulb
fireball.
said, Ron just
Second-
give up listening to chat lol.
Second, you see the Tank leave the coffee shop, but you're not seeing anything in front of him. You only see that the Tank stopped right after crossing the door.
Pasta Penguin 777 said, as Worm I'd like to do a backflip and the intimidate the figure.
You're not Worm.
Worm said, I go up and say hello.
Tank, you feel as if this figure is evil.
Which said, Tank, what are you doing just standing there? Get on the bench.
Tank doesn't hear what Witch is saying. In fact, all Tank can see is the figure and like very little. It's like the room darkened
Pickle and Bulb said, invisible?
by
That
a
sounds
couple.
like a solid way to not be seen.
Right, by a couple notches, but it's not completely dark.
Tank said, No woman, I am going back to coffee shop.
You can try to run away,
Evil?
or you
So
might
a
try to
kindred
attack.
spirit.
Was that Tank?
Worm said, evil,
Um,
so a kindred spirit.
Tank said no woman going back to. Okay.
Kid 90 Water 19
Tank.
said, the mysterious figure shall give the tank that cog from Transformers.
Tank goes back to the coffee shop.
You. Cordia Foster said, he very evil.
You got a 3. Good. You go back. You run away, scared from the figure, back into the coffee shop. And the coffee shop is the same as when you left it. There is no dark figure anywhere to be found. You can, even if you look outside of the door, you can't see the figure in there. Through there. You can only see the lobby.
Pickle and Bulb said, BTW if you wanna get that Hexiasi you gotta be a girl or a femboy.
Bruh.
Which said, I go to the coffee shop to get rank.
Okay. You get up from the bench and go through the door to get to the coffee shop. Also, what's rank? Four. Good. You see Tank just standing there. I don't know what rank is. I'm thinking you want to get Tank. You see Tank just standing still. Or being still. Tanks can't stand their tanks.
Pickle
You can't
Bulb
get
said, I wasn't given enough attention as a child. But at least I didn't hit the low of starting a podcast. We can be weepies, this is B News.
Alright. You
Worm said, I do 20 kick flips in front on bottle.
okay. You do 20 kickflips.
Which said, I pick up Tank and put him on the bench because I just want sleep.
You can't pick up Tank. Tank is too
Cordia
heavy.
Foster said, interesting, what's a fanboy? No, what, never mind, I don't wanna know, Roni.
Alright, you try to do 20 kickflips and you fail. You face plant like a bitch. You lose 1 HP. What the frick? Hello? Alright. You lose 1 HP.
Kid 90 Water 19 said, Rick May.
Alright. Tank
Which said, I knock on the welded shut door of Tank to try to get his attention.
Okay. You get Tank's attention. Tank. What do you do?
Tank said, I go with which mumbling nonsense.
Okay. You
I go with which
both of
mumbling
you,
nonsense.
You wake up like as if in a trance. But Witch is trying to tell you to go and rest on the bench so that you may respawn there if you ever die. Do you both try to get through the doors from the doors and rest on the bench? Hmm.
Yes, we go to bench.
Tank said, yes, we
Okay.
go to bench.
Okay. I don't know why you using TTS, but
Pickle
you don't
Bulb
need
said,
to.
well,
Okay.
I've gotta go.
You
Bye
both
bye.
go through
Also,
the
Ron,
door.
clean your room.
Alright, see ya, Pickle. What do you mean? My room's pretty clean. Well, I just cleaned it like
Kid
yesterday.
90 Water 19 said, Rick May is still probably rocket jumping.
Alright. You both go through the door. Since like the simultaneous, you only need to do one row.
I keep on using TTS by accident, lol.
Yeah.
Which said, it's time to take a long rest on the benches.
Alright. You go through the doors. Tank. Afraid that the figure might show again. But nothing happens. The lobby is as it is. And you continue on to the bench. And the tank touches the bench with the intention to rest. And somehow, just doing that assures him that yes,
Cordia
you will
Foster said,
wake up here.
Dungeons and Dragons, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, you will wake up here if ever.
Rick
If
May is rock
no
jumping
matter-
from cloud to cloud
even
to
if you
find
die.
blood to teleport.
you will wake up here. What? What are you saying, Loopy? Alright, that's not the worst thing. You actually haven't seen like all of the pharmacy. There are like stuff there. I just said it's mostly empty, by the way. Like you didn't even. You can also like the shelves are empty, but like they're those like pharmacy stores with like a bunch of like shampoos and shit. That's basically what the entire thing here. Shampoos and like soaps.
Which
But
said, I pick up my shoes and hat, hop onto an available bench, and go to sleep, hoping and praying no one goes wandering off until after we rest.
there's like
Kid 90 Water 19 said, Soldier says, IT.
there's like a thing here. Let me draw it properly.
Cordia Foster said, yeah, it's pretty empty.
Yeah. There's like medicine medicine shelves here. There are mostly empty. But you can spy that there are some left.
Kid 90 Water 19 said, Soldier says, I teleported bread. I teleported bread for 3 days.
Alright.
Thanks for the lurko9_HHHH.
It's yeah, HHHH. I go wandering off.
The
Wandering off
potion
where?
bottle said, I immediately go wandering off.
Wandering off where? Okay. You wander off. I'm guessing here. Actually, I'll choose a direction. I'll choose a direction where you wander off. Let's see. North, south, east, west. Okay. You wander off. North. You go back to the pharmacy.
Which said, finding it futile to keep anyone together for more than 5 seconds, I
Yes.
just sleep and let Bottle get themselves killed.
Alright. Bottle goes
What
back
does
to the
convert rat
pharmacy.
coins do?
It converts rat coins. It converts rats to rat coins. So you can get rat coins. Right. You go
Ronnie
through
Dot, are you
the
cursing me with losing all me TF2 mushes?
Yes. That's what I did. We go through the door of the pharmacy. And nothing. You see nothing. You see the pharmacy. The shelves are still mostly empty, but you can see like there are some shampoo, maybe a bunch of soap laying around, and there are some medicine behind the cabinets that you can probably take.
Tank said, I search for more missiles.
You can see paracetamol. Like
So it
Advil.
converts rats to rat coins. What do rat coins do here?
It's basically just so that you can use like the rat coins for like, because you can link accounts. Actually, I think I disabled it, but before you can link accounts, so you can kind of convert it so you can use it on YouTube too. But honestly, like it's really not that useful. I'd rather keep the rats themselves, to be honest, because like you can't convert it back, and rat coins are fairly easy to get. When you can get it, like it's fine. You can spy like maybe a few boxes of Advil left.
The potion bottle said,
A few
I
bottles
take everything
of-
I can from the shelves.
Okay. You see? Let's say you get like So you can get like 3 items. You see a box of Advil. We can add that there.
Which said, I have sweet dreams of using high caliber guns and blue-eyed white dragons.
Alright. A box. Advil. You get... I'm thinking you're rating the shelves here, right? And not the soap and shit. You get...
Cordia Foster said, this feels familiar.
What do you call that again? What's like the thing you... You got a loperamide, which is the
Hourly
thing that
outbreak incoming.
prevents diarrhea. And
Antibiotic?
you get... I already have that. Yeah, you're gonna get antibiotic. Alright. You can get Advil, loperamide, and antibiotic.
Cordia Foster said, I'll be right back.
Alright. See ya, Cordia Foster. Oh, there's gonna be an ad. Alright. You get those, but you don't really know how to mix them yet. Maybe somewhere in the mall, you can find somewhere where they have recipes for you to use. I combine the Advil with coffee beans to make potion of bleed damage. I don't know if that's gonna make you bleed potion. That feels more like what do you call this? Feels more like a heal potion. Well, not quite a heal
Water
potion, but
19 said, absorbing air. Not part of D&D.
alright. It feels more like a buff
Cordia
potion.
Foster said, okay, I'm back now.
Alright, Cordia Foster. But we can combine them. Let's see if you succeed. I think it's going to be more of a
That sounds like overdose.
potion of clarity. So like if you're having like if you're
The potion
experiencing
bottle
mental
said,
attacks,
I go test the Advil on the tank to test if it's poison.
if you're if you're having like mental attacks, you can break out of it. Alright. Let's give you
Caffeine
a...
increases blood pressure and NSAIDs are blood thinners, making you more susceptible to exsanguination.
Oh, we can do... Actually, yeah. Maybe we can do that. Let's see. Potion of clarity. Let's say you get remove all mental status effects, but make you bleed more. You take twice that. You take like 1d6 damage per damage roll. I think it's not bad. So you get like it removes all of your mental status effects, but Whenever you take damage, you take 1d6 damage. You take additional 1d6 damage. So it's not a bad thing. You can also use it on your enemy. There's gonna be an ad, and I need more water, so I'm gonna be right back. BRB.
Ad break. Just got killed in TF2 by a guy called Pastalama Sex or some I like that.
Nice.
Which said, I have a nightmare that there was these cards called pendulum cards that are both spales and monsters with the most convoluted rules possible.
Kid 90 Water 19 said, save TF2.
Alright. We're back. What did you say again? I mean, there was these cards called pendulum cards about spell and monsters. Bro. Alright. There's no ads on Twitch, so well.
The potion
We'll
bottle
continue.
said, I mix Red Bull into this new potion of clarity to try to increase its potency.
You want to combine a Red Bull with a potion of clarity. Okay.
What were
Since
the
they-
other medicines we found?
Okay. Since you found 3 medicines. You found Advil, you found like antibiotics, and you found loperamide, which is like antidiuretic, I think. I should make it so that you have 3 of each. Shouldn't be that bad. You should be able to like experiment a little bit. All right. So you combine a what do you call it? What do you combine again?
Ads over.
Red Bull into this potion of clarity. Cool. Let's see. Fuck it.
Cordia Foster said,
I already prepared for
welcome
this. So
back,
let's
my
say
ghost
it's
friend.
like a 12. In 12 to succeed. Oh, you did. Alright. I'm just gonna stack the effects, to be honest. They would expect it to brew twice. Alright. So we get Red Bull and Potion of Clarity. You get what do we call this? What do you call a combination of Red Bull and the Potion of Clarity? Fucking I'll call it Mysterious Potion for now. So you get like bonus action, removes all your status effect or mental status effects. Makes you bleed more.
Kid
Makes you
90
bleed more.
Water 19 said, I wonder when Sana is coming back to stream.
1d6 for damage roll. Cool. Alright. We removed the potion of clarity.
The
'cause
potion
you
bottle
already
said, Red Bull of Clarity.
Red Bull of... you know what? Yeah. Red Bull of clarity. Not the worst. It's kind of a bad potion though, because you either like... Actually, no, it's not the worst. I think we would prefer to have Red Bull though.
Red Bull does give you ings.
That is true. So you get bonus action. It's kind of OP. So you got like 2 turns per turn. What else? I'll see what combine. Or do you want to leave the store? Want to leave the pharmacy? Since there's not much you can get here, you can get some of the soap that's left over. Maybe some shampoo, but maybe they can be useful for your potions, but there's no way to tell. For all you know, you're just carrying junk.
Please consider that witch needs to clean herself from time to time.
That is true. So do you
Cordia Foster said, I'm not a big fan of Red Bull, but that's just me though.
I haven't really drank a lot of Red Bulls. I forgot what it tastes like. Oh. Why is that saying? Like, it should say it, right? Oh, it's bottle. You're saying potion, Loopy Loon.
The potion bottle said, I am chemist.
Okay. It needs to be bottle. Like, look at the top of the screen. Those are the commands. It's not potion. You are chemist. Cool. Don't worry about it.
Kid 90 Water 19 said, what class you going for in Terraria?
I don't know.
The potion bottle said, I combine the antidiuretic with the coffee beans to make a potion of hyponatremia.
What does hyponatremia, by the way? Causing water to make them swell. Muscle weakness. Bro.
Cordia Foster said, bottles, it is an interesting command.
You know what? Yeah, let's combine that. But we need like... You to get a 10 to get that. You get it? Oh, that was close. Okay. You get a potion of hyponatremia. So that's like coffee. Plus...
Cordia Foster said, all right.
The diuretic, so you get hyponatremia. Okay. It's been an hour, by the way. We got to like 2 stores, the main the main lobby. You know what? I'll say like one of the.
Hyponatremia is a sodium deficiency usually caused by an overdose of water. Sodium is necessary for muscular function.
Okay, so I'm thinking it like paralyzes you.
No, we didn't. We got to a boss fight last time we played in 2 stores.
Those yeah, but like it's been an hour. We we managed to sleep out to get on the benches and then encounter like an eldritch entity. But it's not like we beat them. It's like a paralyzed potion. Makes your muscles like shake or whatever. Let's say 2 turns.
The potion bottle said, I wake the others to show them the Red Bull of clarity.
You wake the others? So you go through the door. Alright, you go through the door and you go through the door and the world seems to darken.
Which said, I make a fireball from bookmarks, cloths from the library.
Seems to darken. Not completely dark, but dark. And you spy your friends sleeping on the benches.
Bro, I've been scrolling
Behind
Trough
you.
Dragon Ball memes and I gotta ask, WHO is freaking tables. I need context.
Bro. You spy from across the lobby a dark figure. It's not dark. It's not just dark. It feels like it's darkness itself. Like whatever light from behind it bends around it, almost as if the light does not want to touch
The
whatever being
antibiotics
that
might be
is.
of limited use since they don't work on viruses or resistant strains of bacteria.
That is true. But you have
Kid 90 Water 19 said, I'm
have
just
bigger
gonna stay
concerns now.
silent from now until Sana joins the streams. I
Okay.
will say check in when I join streams.
Okay. You find that there are the dark figure is silent, but you feel deep within you that it's an evil entity. It waits on you. It waits on what you would do.
Cordia Foster
What do you do?
said, okay. So when the water does apostrophe parabola when I try to shower is because it's trying not to touch me.
Yes. So the figure basically it's like bending light around it, kind of like a black hole. It's bending
The
the
potion bottle said,
light
Are
behind
you
it
the manager?
like a lens. Are you the manager? Okay. Are you sure you want to say that?
Might be one of the champions, All
Alright. Alright, I'll give you a roll. To see if you're safe.
God thanks I don't play low like Ronnie.
Instead.
I would be in trouble otherwise.
Alright. You asked the question. Are you the manager? The figure says nothing. It doesn't seem like it plans to answer.
Cordia Foster said, okay.
But it stays there. It won't go away. What do? You feel like you need to do something. Otherwise, you might lose something that's very important to you.
Cordia Foster said, sorry about that.
Alright.
The potion bottle said, may I go, or are you going to keep oral farming?
Okay.
I think we should bring Karens back. They were an important level in the food chain. Now corporate is running wild, we need them back.
Roll a 6. You ask the figure, may I go, or are you gonna keep aura farming?
The potion bottle said,
The figure-
I offer it a Red Bull.
The figure seems...
Worm said, Kick flipped the potion bottle out of his stupor.
The figure seems to notice you. Almost as if it didn't know you were there before, but now it does know that you're here. You can't tell for sure, but you think
Which said, I
that
or
it's
farm
looking
on
right
bottle.
at you. It's looking right at you. And you don't see it. You can't, there's no way to see it. But you can feel it smiling. And it's trying to reach deep inside you. Trying to take something that you will never get back. I'm gonna roll. See if you save. You got a 13. It's reaching inside of you. Like, not physically, but you feel like it's trying to reach something inside of you. And it's searching. But
Ronnie,
it's uncomfortable.
At least show us its sprite.
You can... I didn't prefer Sprite. I didn't think you would get it.
The potion bottle said, I offer it a Red Bull.
I didn't think you would get it like this early.
Thanks cool_Xrano1A for checking in.
I was gonna do it like next stream because I was like, I don't want to jar it yet. But yeah, it's trying to reach inside of you, and you feel it's uncomfortable.
Kid
But-
90 Water 19 said, what did I just fucking hear?
It didn't. Since a deadass boss, I don't know. End up finding nothing. You're safe for now, but it stays here.
Time to use your imaginations,
You
lads and
can-
lasses.
You might. I'll give you a
Cordia
hint.
Foster said,
You
oh,
can
that is
try-
very interesting. I also have a character that is all black and has a cricket smile.
You can try. You can't see the smile. You just feel it. You just feel it smiling. I'll give you a hint. You can try going back, or you can try attacking.
Cool_Xrano1A said, I found some weird outfit on TikTok shop, so now I am drawing Sylvester in it.
You feel like you can either run away now, or you can attack to try to scare it off. But you feel like the next turn you will do something that's important to you. A piece of you that you may never get back.
Worm said, I kickflipped the bottle back to reality.
Alright. You kickflip the
Which
ball back
said,
to
I
reality.
summon purple guy and emote on the cry at ya.
You did nat 20. No fucking way.
The potion bottle said, I offer it a Red Bull as a peace offering.
Okay. The worm saw Balo standing still, looking shaken, So he comes up to his friend and does a kickflip. It was so impressive, so cool, so mind-numbingly amazing that it snaps out the bottle from whatever trance he's in, and the figure disappears from Bottle's sight, and the room brightens once again. You have a feel. The bottle has a feeling that if the worm didn't help out, it would have
Work
been
came in clutch once
very
again.
dangerous. It would have been very dangerous. You think the bottle thanked the worm for its very cool and awesome kickflip.
I hate autocorrect.
Yes. How the fuck did that work? I was like, oh, there's no way they're not gonna break him out. What the fuck?
Can we at least know WHO was against Worm and Tank Pro?
No. No. Alright. Alright, I'll give you a thing. Tank.
The potion bottle said,
Because
"Oh,
of
cool,
Tank.
it's gone. You want
Because
to
of-
see my Red Bull of clarity?"
Okay. Because of Tanks and Bottles similar accounts, you figured that there is a figure. There is something inside this mall. Something evil. And it only happened. It happened twice, but it happened immediately after crossing a threshold. So maybe.
Which said, investigate
try
zone where
avoiding
the
it.
entity was.
You can try avoiding. Maybe you should try avoiding thresholds from now on. Or maybe it's just bad luck. Maybe it's nothing. You show the potion of clarity. How do you show it? You just show it? Yeah, you show it to them. It's cool. It's not like you can. If you use it, you're wasting it, by the way. Is there a main boss in this area? Who knows? Maybe. So you have. The problem is.
I yawn as I get up, put back on my shoes and hat, and
have
decide to explore south.
You have choice. You have two choices. Well, it's
Which
not
said,
really two choices.
I
You can
yawn as I get
explore
up,
everywhere.
put back on my shoes and hat, and decide to explore south.
You can explore the thing. Alright, I'll give you the choice first. You can either go south. You can see like a bunch of stores and a bunch of like rubble blocking like everywhere. It's almost like a maze where you have to go through multiple thresholds to get through it. But you know that in this area there
See you
are
later,
a
Ron
lot
P.
of.
Have a good day. Have a good
Alright.
night, chat. See you,
Alright.
mods.
Alright,
See
see
you,
you.
Tank.
0 bed. Alright. We'll do this next session because it's been more than an hour. Alright. You can see from
The potion bottle
south
said,
of you.
"I suggest we all cross a threshold at once to see if we can make it appear for all of us at once."
You know what? Sure. You guys do it? You guys want to experiment? Sure. We'll do experiment. Alright. You suggest that? They might agree, they might not. Do you agree? You know what? And anyone who says yes, even if it's a TTS, I'll say like you all agree.
Which said, I shake my head no.
Okay. Which doesn't want to do it? Which is scared?
Also, before I leave, femboys are gay. Dr.
Okay.
Lando 2024.
Okay. I can see a 0
Worm
bed.
said, yes.
Okay, Worm wanted to try.
Yes.
Cool. Tank didn't want to try again. Does Tank want to try again? Witch doesn't want to try, but maybe Tank wants to.
Tank said, sure with cautious.
All right. You all the three of you go to one of the stores down south. It's a door boarded up. It's windows boarded up.
Which
Not
said,
windows, like
I look
the-
at Tank and gesture for him to not, and I immediately face palm in disappointment.
It's mostly boarded up, but there is a threshold you can go through. So let's say potion bottle goes first. You go through the door or the threshold. And nothing. You see nothing. Nothing happens. Worm goes through the threshold. Worm goes to the threshold and nothing. You see nothing. Nothing happens. Tank goes in last. And you see nothing. Nothing happens. All three of you goes through the threshold and you don't see anything. It's just an empty store. Now Witch is watching this happen from outside, and maybe
Tank said, I go towards Witch, pick her up and put her through the threshold.
you know what? Sure. Okay. Tank tries to pick up Witch.
The potion bottle said, I guess we walk back out then.
And no, we're gonna carry Witch first, and you carry Witch back against her will.
Which said, I go through the threshold this time, and
Okay.
immediately get surprised when Tank shoves me in any way.
And nothing. Perhaps it's just nothing. Perhaps nothing was wrong. Perhaps they're just tired. Maybe they're just seeing things, scaring themselves. Nothing really happened. So do you guys want to get out, or do you want to explore south now?
Tank also needs to roll again since he re-entered.
No, it doesn't need to roll. If you're entering if both of you are entering, you don't need to roll.
Worm said, maybe it can
simultaneous.
only attack us if we're isolated.
Which said, I
I
go
don't know.
right.
You go right. Cool. I'm thinking you're going right here, right? Right. You go right. It's another empty spot. Mostly it's an empty room. Obviously not meant to be a storefront. Probably like the back of the store where workers could be. But it's an empty room. So it's not like you can discern what's
The potion
true
bottle
intention for
said,
this area.
I
But
follow Witch.
I see your dust and debris. You follow Witch? Who followed Witch?
Which said, I head south next.
Potion bottle followed Witch. Cool. Alright. Potion bottle follows Witch to the thing. guess nothing happens. Alright, which goes south? You find yourself in another empty room. Similar to the room that you just left. And nothing happens. It's just
Tank said,
dust and
we
debris
should
again.
stick together, just in case.
So you said that, but they're already like in front of you, so it's not like you can. They can hear you. Oh, and Bottle is following
Which
the witch,
said,
right?
I go left.
Okay. The witch goes left. You see how they're empty.
The potion
storefront?
bottle said, I continue following which.
You enter the right. So you're following witch. You're going through like 2 thresholds. Let's see. Well, I'm not gonna show you the roll. It might be better if I don't show you the roll from now on, since you kind of know the basic idea. You followed witch.
Worm said,
and
the
you
witch is
also are
acting way
empty.
more reckless than usual. Is it because of the benches?
I guess. Maybe she doesn't fear death. But Bottle and
Which
Tank
said,
knows.
no, I just took a nap. I realize I head
that-
south.
Tank and Bottle knows that maybe this thing has something worse in store rather than death. But they can't know for sure. Surely right. Surely it's fine. I will. I
68.
just took a nap. I reply as I head south. Okay. Which head south once again. No one's using the other 2, by the way. Well, you see nothing. It's another empty storefront. Mostly, it feels like this one's just
Sprigatito
unused.
_lover said, good night, I'm going to sleep.
I'd see a Sprigatito. Unused store. Honestly, like this entire.
Worm said, I head south after which.
Alright. Worm heads south.
Which said, I head right and south for the thresholds.
Tank said,
Right there.
I follow Worm.
2.
The potion bottle said, stays with which from now on.
Alright. Tank goes through the thing, follows Worm. Alright. Tank goes through the stores and nothing happens. But as soon as Worm passes through the second threshold, the room darkens.
Thank you Killer Chris for resubscribing to the
Oh.
Twitch channel tier 1. You are very cool.
Thank you, Killer.
Flex Peanut. Great
Hi, Killer.
streams, Ronil. Always
Yeah.
love being here.
Yeah, thank you, Killer.
Thanks Killer Chris for checking in.
Thank you for the 17 months. Holy shit, it's been 17 months. Alright. You go through the door, and the room darkens. Similar to how Bottle and Tank explained it. And you try to look for the figure. It's not in front of you, but there is a corner of the room where you can see it. You can see a dark patch, a dark, almost humanoid figure. Although it feels wrong to call it a humanoid figure. You can't quite see the light
The
bending
potion
effect
bottle
from where it's
said,
standing.
I continue to follow the witch.
From where it's give me one sec. From its standing. But you can see that it is there. It hasn't noticed you yet, or at least you don't think it has noticed you yet.
Worm said, I don't let anyone swagger over me. I kickflip him upside the head.
Okay, you kickflip. You do a kickflip to where the figure is, and you fail. And you fall down your skateboard like a bitch.
Flicks Peanut.
Okay.
18 months on the YouTube side.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, thank you for the 18 months, killer. Holy shit. Alright, you kickflip him and he noticed you instantly. He knows you're here. And like how he reaches into the bottle, he reaches into you.
Which said,
Not
I
with
just
hands,
assume
but-
Worm is just being Worm as I walk past him.
Again, he tries searching something inside of you. But you manage to resist it for now. But it is not going away. Let's actually do like what Bottle said first. You go through the thing and
The potion bottle said, I use Red Bull of Clarity on Worm to wake him.
Potion Bottle said Red Bull of Clarity. Okay. You throw the Red Bull of Clarity to the at the worm. Let's say you need. It's a 10. Alright. You throw a Red Bull of Clarity.
Kid 90 Water
Towards your
19
companion.
said, one last message. Worm is support. Which is mage. Bottle is attack. Tank is tank.
So the potion of Red Bull of Clarity gives Worm one more action and frees him from any mental effects. Now the problem is, even if you did notice that Worm is currently experiencing something that only he can see right now, you realize that it's not actually a mental status effect. What he's seeing is there. You just can't see it. It is not a mental attack. Now, Worm gets a bonus action. So, maybe this will save him. What do you do, Worm? You can do something before the figure strikes again. You feel like you need to either run away or try your best to attack him. Or it.
Tank said, which, Worm's seeing the figure. We have to help him.
Tank said that to the witch, but none of you can see it. You don't know where the figure is. You can try to attack where you think the figure is, but who knows what will happen.
Witch said, "That's just Worm being Worm." I say as I just walk past Worm and through the threshold.
Okay. Okay, cool. Witch ignores it entirely and goes through the threshold.
The potion bottle said, I tried to splash the area the worm is looking with the stun potion.
You try to splash the thing with the stun potion. Okay, let's see if you hit. I get 17. Ah, no, you got 7. So you splash the area where you think worm is looking at with the stun potion. But it has no effect. Worm is still staring blankly somewhere. Now, Worm can do something. Worm gets bonus action. So, Worm can still run away or maybe attack. He feels like he's running out of time. Worm feels like he's running out of time. And if he doesn't do anything that will break whatever this is, it's going to be... It's not going to go great for him. In fact, he can also feel the figure starting to smile now.
Worm said, I kickflipped the figure with all my might.
Okay.
Funny how Worm made the figure go away and is now getting caught by it.
Well, you do a kickflip. You kind of fumbled a bit, but you landed it. The figure doesn't care. Its smile, you can feel its smile getting bigger. You really need to do something. You really need to do something soon. Otherwise, it might not. You feel like something terrible will happen. What do you do?
Worm said, 8, I'm out, run.
Okay. Where do you run?
Witch
this is like
said, I head south, completely oblivious to whatever Worm's
It's technically the
antics at
second
this
turn, so
time.
you kind of need to roll a save. So you need to roll beyond a 10. Hope you get it. Oh, you did. Alright. You know what? I'll just say you run north. Actually,
Kid 90
you
Water
run...
19 said,
you run towards
kickflip
the witch.
means
You know what?
fucking attack the target.
Yeah, you do. And you failed. Alright, you run after the witch. Scared. And... imagine you hit it again. And it follows you. Alright. You
The
followed
potion
witch.
bottle said, I tried to splash the area the word was looking with a poison potion to help the worm.
Alright. Well, the worm already ran out though, so can't really do that anymore. We ran out of the room and instantly the room brightened again. That was definitely an experience. You now know for sure that there is something in here that is trying to hunt you down. Perhaps it might be prudent to not walk through the thresholds willy-nilly. Oh, and wishes walk us out. Cool. You get to the card store, which is nice. And nothing. It is still a regular card store. But you can see packs, unopened packs. You see exactly 3 unopened packs.
Tank said, I follow the worm.
Sprawled on across the floor. The other ones are ruined.
The potion bottle said,
They hold
I
no
follow
value.
the tank.
Okay. Let's do tank and alright. Tank goes
Which
first.
said, I look over the packs to see what set they each belong to.
Alright, I'll do that later. Tank goes first. And cool. Then bottle goes next and nothing. Alright. What did which say? Um hmm.
The potion bottle said, I tried to see if worm is okay.
Alright, let's see what we have.
Worm said, follow that witch. She doesn't know what's in here.
Alright. Alright, you get what's a good thing? I just wanted to be like season 1, that was like series 1. See what we have. What did they have? Maybe like the first one, the very first one. So it has bro, what do they have? Wait, the first one doesn't even have Blue Eyes White Dragon, even though that's the cover. What the frick? What a freaking faker. That's fucking clickbait, bro. Hello? What the frick?
What about Dark Crisis? It has Vampire Lord.
Now we're going for the very first one. I kind of want more Blue Eyes White Dragon. Which one has the Blue Eyes White Dragon, bro? Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon? What do these have? They have Blue Eyes White Dragon and they have
Which said, curses, They're all pendulum summons.
No, we're not adding pendulum summons here, alright? Don't worry, no pendulum summons. We're going for like OG. Actually I can't even like do a thing. You know what? I'll just generate like random cards from the thing. You know. Alright, what did the other one say first, actually? You get... Someone said something before. Follow that witch, she doesn't know what's in here. Alright, you know what? Do you guys want to go through the door together? You feel like it might mitigate the chances of you meeting that figure. Since all three of you know what that figure, there is a figure that's around here that is very malicious and might not want the best for you. Or do you guys want to go one by one? Oh shit! I figured. Shit. Apparently the freaking thing unpid itself. Unfortunate. I'll probably end the session soon. You kind of went 2 hours instead of like 1. I don't want. I'll let you open the pack next time. Actually, I'll go through the thing first before we end stream. And let's see what you have.
Tank said, we should go in together, bottle and worm. Get on my back.
Okay. Alright, fine. You go through and you are now together with...
That's fair.
With which? You warn her that there is a figure here that is actively trying to make your lives worse. You don't know what it's up to right now, but you do know that it's up to no good. Now you can try to persuade her, or you can just, just let her do her thing. Regardless, it's not like you can do much from where you are right now. Or you can't do much against the thing. And well, I'll end the session here for now. I'll let you open the cards later. Maybe let you explore the cards a bit more. There are 3 Yu-Gi-Oh packs, like booster packs here, but there are other cards you might want to explore a little bit later. Alright. Yeah, I'll end the session there. Ugh. I don't know what you... This is like the worst
Which
path,
said,
by the way.
I just brushed them off. Even if something were malicious here, I can avoid it better than them.
Alright, cool.
The potion bottle said, which 3 out of 4 of us have seen the same thing. You need to act with caution.
Does she though? Alright. I didn't expect you to get it, to be honest. I can't expect to like do like an hour. And we did too. I was expecting you to get like maybe 1. Maybe you can, I don't know. It's 1 out of 6. It's like 15%. So that's just not that. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's like 16.67%, bro.
Well, this has been fun. When the next D&D sesh?
I'll try next Sunday.
Which said, do I though? You three tend to wander
know.
off and get into trouble. Way I see
I'll try
it,
next
even if
Sunday.
something were here, I'd handle it better than the three of you.
Maybe you do have a gun. Which does have a gun.
Hourly ad break incoming.
All right. Should probably end stream soon. Who do we raid?
Worm said, damn, I'm good. Puff cigar. Moon walks out.
All right. All right. I'll see you guys the day after. I'll try to do a thing. I'll try to do the next session. Also, I'll draw the figure. I don't know a figure
Tank
before
said,
the next
I'm a
session, so you
tank,
can actually
and
like,
even I was
see it.
scared. You have to listen, Witcher.
I didn't expect that to happen. I was kind of expecting it to like. Well, I was expecting it to fuck around the lobby, like maybe look into like the thing here, but you didn't. It's fine. All right. To do a raid. We can raid Pumpkin. All right. I'll see you guys the day after. I don't know when I'll do the next D&D stream. I'll try this Sunday. I'll try to draw the thing so you can see it better.
Which said, fear is for those who don't sling guns around.
But yeah, I'll see you guys then. Have a good one. Be nice, chat. I'll see you guys later. Fears for those who don't sling guns. All right, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say something. No, I'm not gonna say anything. Actually, I'll let you figure it out.
Tank said, I'm literally a big gun on treads.
I mean, you didn't run him over. You literally ran away. That's actually kind of funny. I was expecting you to like, alright. I was expecting whoever sees it to like attack it immediately. But like Worm keeps freaking doing kickflips, which isn't an attack, by the way. It's just an action.
Which said, tanks don't sling guns still, they're just a gun on treads.
Alright. Wait, this. Oh, Ender's back. Fuck.